Welcome back to Freedom Grow Farm. My name is Becky. I flower farm in Central Florida. Today I'm going to show you how I soil block a good amount of flowers to start off my new season, my second season flower farming here in Florida. Here I have a bunch of compost and different mix of ingredients that I use to make soil blocks. I don't cover it or anything like that, so it gets dried up if I don't use it for a while, so I'm just wetting it, and that's what I do, is saturate it with water until I get that good soil block consistency. And usually I do have a recipe, but when I'm just trying to reuse dirt, like you can see here, there's just a lot of blocks from old soil blocks that I didn't use or plants have died in them. I just reuse everything. So usually I just put compost, some azomite, some perlite, I use some bone meal, some blood meal. I throw in there if I have any extra. So for sure my key ingredients is compost and peat moss, and I just water it down as you see and break everything down. So earlier today I did an inventory of all the seeds that I have. Pretty much just all the seeds that I talked about in my seed haul. And I did some research of when to start these. I have some guidance from my last season, which ended officially at the end of July. So now that my season for July is over, the end of July I'm going to start planting, and I have them here. So I soil block everything, and I just have them pretty much organized by seed tray. So I already washed these, but each one of these packs here, like bundle that I have, are going to be in my cafeteria tray. So I can put 70 plants in one tray. So that's how I calculate everything. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mixed flowers that I'm going to plant, and then I'm going to do 4 separate trays for sunflowers, because I need to at least plant 4 trays, which is 70 each cafeteria tray, every week. It's because I want to do sunflower subscriptions specifically starting in October. I don't know how that will go, but we'll see. I hope I get some people. It's just the marketing aspect that I have to figure out, but other than that, I do want to plant every week. So I'm going to go ahead and do some soil blocks, and we can start seeding these. I didn't want to make this part fast. I wanted you to see my process on how I soil block my flowers. So I use this soil blocker here. It makes 35 soil blocks all at once, and I just go ahead and put as much soil in it as I can, and I use a garden tool to scrape the bottom of it, because I've noticed that if I don't do that, it doesn't soak up the water like I want to, and it definitely affects the plants and their health. So that's what you're seeing here, and I just lay out all the cafeteria trays on the floor. I'll link everything that I use down in the description box so you can see everything I use. So I can make at least 70 soil blocks in each tray. So 35 plus 35 is 70. I do use the mini soil blocker for a lot of my cool season flowers. This soil blocker is good for like sunflower, for bigger seeds, and I just love this tool because I don't have to bend down, and it's definitely better on my back. So here's how I do the process. Now after I soil block, I bring all my soil blocks inside. I am in Florida and it's so hot, like over 120 heat index, so I have to seed inside. I go ahead and, like I showed you earlier, I had all the seeds already grouped together. So I have a spreadsheet with all my seeds, and I go ahead and I date everything and how many seeds that I sowed. And then after, when it comes to germination, I put how many germinated and how many didn't, just so I can see the percentages of my germination rate. But I just go ahead and sow each seed in each soil block and keep everything organized in my little seed box that you see here. And back of me you see a bunch of photo boxes, and those are my garden seeds for my vegetable garden for my home. So I definitely keep business stuff and home stuff separate when it comes to seeds and plants and just everything I'm growing in general. And when it comes to my flowers and my business, this box just has all my mixed sunflowers that I'm going to hopefully sell this coming season. Here I'm showing you how I sow my sunflower seeds, and I do put them in each of the holes and just pinch the circles in and to enclose each hole that has a sunflower. So that's how I plant my sunflowers and zinnias and cosmos, anything that's a bigger seed. And after I do that, I go ahead and I sprinkle some vermiculite that you'll see, and that's it, that's what I do. All the soil blocks are obviously wet. I don't need to wet them that much, so I do spray some water on top after I put the vermiculite. So after I place each seed in the hole, I cover them, I label them, I place vermiculite on them, and then I spray some water on top of them. Even though they're already moist, I like to always just put water on top with like a spray bottle. and then from here on out I'll just water them from the bottom. And just, I don't water them more than once in a day, so I just water them in the morning and that's it. I don't like it to be super moist just because I don't want anything growing on top of the surface, because that can happen with soil blocking. So to make sure I like to dry them out just a little bit, but not too much to the point where I just keep them still wet. And that's my process when it comes to soil blocking. Multiple different types of cut flowers for my farm. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.